So you might be in my career right now, but what you want to do before you make another build is
and getting mentally prepared to compete and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Levine. Edwards is out there with Dillingham. And it's Thompson. And it's Farrell in at the 4. And for the Clippers, we've got Durant. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's DJ. And it's Holmgren in at center. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Leonard with the steal. The dish to DJ. From outside the arc, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 6 points for DJ.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Farrell looking around. He dishes it to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Chalk up 2 there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Buries it from three-point range.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Farrell. To the middle. Here's Thompson and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Durant kicks to DJ. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. And Caro can't connect from short range.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Dillingham with the basket on the assist by Levine. Dillingham's got 7 points in the game. Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's DJ. Sinks the three-pointer.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Minnesota. They trail by 7. On the wing, Thompson. Shoots over Holmgren. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
Here's Dillingham, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now Edwards. After the missed 3 from DJ. Farrell. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
And that one's good, DJ.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
To the paint, here's Dillingham. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And it's DJ missing. Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to Dillingham. And stolen by Leonard. Here's DJ. Drains the three-pointer. DJ's got 24 points.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. And it's DJ missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dillingham. He's got 9. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
DJ with it. He got it up. And he got that one up in time. But doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Chet Holmgren out there with Jackson. Then there's Brown. Then it's Miller. And it's DJ in at the point guard position. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at DJ, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against Minnesota was a man determined. He finished with 59 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And that one is good from DJ. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current system. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter, but coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
A three ball. Rebound, Minnesota. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops, quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Thompson comes in for Frazier, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Edwards. Got that one up quick. DJ's got 39.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
2 minutes remain in this first half. 2 minutes.
Levine looking around. Now McDaniels. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
What a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants to.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And that one's good, DJ.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And the foul called on DJ.
Number 5.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Banchero's checked in for Los Angeles. Farrell's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Farrell. Scoreless thus far. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. 2 points. That one goes.
And he doesn't get a lot of recognition for it, but Durant is a terrific passer.
And stolen by DJ. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Right wing. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Clippers on top.
Oh, the Clippers. 50. The Timberwolves. 22.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Farrell is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Thompson. And it's Dillingham in at the 1. Now here's Edwards. That 3 off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Durant dishes to Leonard. And here is DJ. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And the foul called on DJ.
Number 5.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
His 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to LaVine. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To the inside, Thompson. From the baseline.
Elite at the defensive end. Holmgren makes up for a lack of strength with great length and timing.
The offensive rebound. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
This guy has multiple talents. His court awareness at his size is really impressive.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Picked off in midair. Looking to end the run, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, you love to have a shooter like Levine on your roster. The defense has to cover a lot more ground when he's on the floor.
Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day, because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that...
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Chet Holmgren. EJ out there with Miller. Then there's Brown, and it's Flowers in its small forward.
Nice job there by Levine, making the extra pass and putting it on the money.
And got it! Another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And stolen by DJ. And there's the drive, and DJ throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
From deep, connects again. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Dillingham. And they come right back with their own three-point basket. Dillingham's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Timberwolves. Brown outside. Miller the pass to DJ. Here's the three. Good. And Miller gets the assist. 65 points for DJ.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And Dillingham now top of the key. Top of the key jumper, no good. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Frazier, he's checked in for Thompson. Murray comes in for Zach LaVine. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Edwards. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Capable of racking up assists. Westbrook has a feel for when his guys are open.
Holmgren, no good with the layup. Dillingham with it. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something to maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's DJ. Here's Flowers. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.